Fun fact for you, friend. I've just been talking to you for the last 5 minutes and I didn't turn the mic on. This is not the first time this has happened, but what I will do is honour this choice as if I have made it, and very much will be the topic of today's conversation. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit lighter. I'm feeling a little bit better. Swings and roundabouts. I'm going to use this moment of positive energy and momentum to talk about a couple of things today. So very well, sort of demonstrated by my choice. Let's just get straight down to it. Okay, no mucking about. Let's get straight down to it. So I just spoke to you for 5-6 minutes, and I did not turn my mic on. Now I have two choices. Choice one, that was an accident. Choice two, it was intended. It would be quite bizarre to think actually that would be intended, right? Because obviously I've just wasted time. Everything I've recorded for you has just not been captured and I've had to start again. What if actually what I wanted to do was give myself a chance to just chat for 5 minutes and get warmed up before speaking to you? And so that was intentional. The point I'm alluding to with this, experiencing every moment as if it was chosen by you. Every single moment, every single choice, wherever you are now, whatever you're experiencing, even the parts where you feel like life may have wronged you or even righted you, let's look at the positive as well. But even those aspects, looking at them, experiencing them, and saying, I chose this. Because what that does, what choosing that thing does, is it gives you power over the present moment. I'll give you an example. Have you ever been in a situation where you're about to do something, or, it's almost like a final destination moment, and it's like, oh, I was going to go and do that. And if I did that, oh, blah, 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 this would have happened. Oh my God, could you imagine? But it didn't, right? It didn't. You chose the choice that you did. Or you choose something that's been less desirable for you, yet if you reflect on it, you'll probably find there is some kind of powerful lesson or something to take away from it. So, are our choices as random as they seem to be? Are our choices something where it's like we're completely out of control and we make accidents and goof ups all the time? Or, as many believe, including myself, is life and the universe divinely perfect? And even the choices that we think we shouldn't be making, or the choices that shouldn't have been made, are exactly what's happened. I want you to imagine you making a different choice to something that you did this morning. It could be any choice, right? Imagine you made a choice to something different that you did this morning. When you think you've made another choice that you could have made, is a simulation for something you never experienced. As in, you did not experience that. You say you could have made a choice different, but you didn't. I've done this where I'm like, oh, wow, if only I chose this, if only I chose that, if only I did this, I only did that. And back to the point of this video, if only I recorded the mic the moment I started this video, well, then I would have 6 minutes more material for you, but I didn't. So these are theoretical ideas, theoretical realities that just do not exist at this point. Taking all this fluff down and condensing it, and this is why it's so important, is because if you move into an experience as if you had chosen it, whether you believe it or not, imagine you did. Every single experience, even the things that did not happen to you or do not happen to you from your point of control, let's say something that's out of your control, imagine you chose everything. If you chose everything, then you would have to take full responsibility for everything that was happening to you, all your actions, and say, you're responsible. When you take responsibility for something, you have the power to change it. Just try it. Just try it. Genuinely. The next time something comes up that you find difficult or challenging, or you wish wasn't or was different, just try saying to yourself, just say, what if I chose this? What if I chose this for myself? And I know that there are certain conversations and certain points and certain elements of that conversation that can be very, very difficult. And this is coming from someone that's been in, the dilemma of having choice taken away from you. By saying, I chose this, you then stop seeing the world as something that is against you, something that you are powerless to something that is a continuum of your entire experience. And I've spent all my time in life not honouring the choices that I've made, thinking that I'm making the wrong choices, trying to pull myself into a direction that's like, these are the choices that should be made. But how do I know? Truly. Based on another theory that time isn't lateral but more vertical, how do I not know that every single choice that I'm making and every single choice that you're making is leading you to exactly where your soul wants to go? Even the choices that seem mistakes or flukes. Can you not tell me that there has not been a choice or a mistake that you've made that you've not learned something from? And I guess this is this divine orchestration that I've covered off, not on this channel before, but in other videos and other content. The universe being a perfect organism, but to our human minds, even from a logical and mathematical degree, cannot comprehend how that could be possible. But it could be possible, just not possible in the mind. But just because it's not possible in the mind, it doesn't mean it's not possible. Something very basic, very simple of an idea, but very, very powerful. We are always choosing whether life takes the power or we take the power. Or you can give it to someone else, if you like. If you give it to someone else, if you give it to life, then you will be at the whim of effectively your subconscious choices projected back out onto life and through you. So you make yourself powerless, trapped in chains by events that you cannot control. But you can if you just decide and take out the victim, take out the ego, take out the pain, take out this isn't fair. Eliminate that for a second and recognize that you have the power to make many, 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 many choices. And you are making tons of them. And even if we don't understand our choices sometimes, I guess it's about learning to trust that if we are making many choices, and to be in power of our choices, we have to accept them, then that also means we have to trust them. Even if you think you make the wrong choice from time to time, if you wish you could have done better, if you regret your choices. The more I go down this journey, the more I'm starting to realize that regret is kind of impossible when you see it that way. Because regret is the idea that you could have made a different choice. But could you? Really? Or is that just an idea that you use to punish yourself and say, well, I could have done different.